The assignment 1 include two parts, drawing organic compounds and naming organic compounds. Question 1. Drawing the organic compounds. The first step is to find the main chain. Through the UPAC naming chart, the propane in this question represents the main chain. It means there are 3 carbon atoms on the main chain, so we draw 3 carbon as the main chain. Then we should identify the functional side groups. Hydroxy is a functional group with chemical formula YH and composed of 1 oxygen atom covalently bonded to 1 hydrogen atom, like this. The prefix 1, 3D means that there are 2 hydroxy bonds on the first and the third carbon in the main chain. As a result, we should draw 2 hydroxy atom as functional side group on the first and the third carbon in the main chain. The next step, we can find another functional side group. In organic chemistry, the 1E represents this functional side group. Based on the number in front of this functional group, we can know this structure is on the second carbon of the main chain. So at last, we can draw the final answer. The method to solve question 2 is similar with question 1. The first step, to find the main chain. The method means the number of carbon atom on the main chain is 1. So we draw carbon as the main chain. Then identify the functional side groups. Amine is the functional side group. Draw it on the main chain. The prefix methyl group is an alkyl derived from methane, containing 1 carbon atoms to 3 hydrogen atoms, having chemical formula CH3. So, the N-dimethyl means that on the functional side group amine, there are 2 chemical formula. As a result, we can get the final answer. Next, 2 questions about naming organic compound. There are 3 steps for naming. Step 1. Identify the main chain in the organic compound. The main chain should have the maximum number of multiple bonds and links. Come back to this question. This chain has 7 carbon, it's the longest one, so we can identify that it is the main chain. Step 2. Identify functional side group. These are all side groups. This functional side group is aldehyde, naming as L. These 2 are all methyl. This is the double bond. Write it as Ne. From this chart, we can know that aldehyde is the most important functional side group in this question. So we should order the main chain from left to right. Aldehyde on the first carbon. There are 2 methyl, so we write the D as the prefix in front of methyl. They respectively on the second and the third carbon, and the double bond is on the 5th line of the main chain. The last step is to conclude all of them. We can get the final answer. Then is the last question, also naming the organic compound. We can use the same method as the question 3. First, to find the main chain. This is the longest chain that have 8 carbon. It corresponds to octane. Then find the functional side groups. This functional side group is aldehyde. Then are the 2 double bonds. Next, according to this chart, we can know that aldehyde is the most important one in all the functional side groups in this question. So we should order the main chain from right to left. 2 double bonds add the prefix D before Ne. The same, there are 2 methyl. Aldehyde on the first carbon of the main line. The 2 double bonds respectively on the line 2 and 4 of the main chain. and 2 methyl respectively on the 3rd and 7th carbon of the main chain. At last, conclude all these things, we can get the final answer. These are all about the 4 questions. Thank you for listening.